wants you to give him a raise. Let's evaluate his performance history. Mr. Arakawa has misused public funds through untracked and uncollected developer agreements, wherein Mr. Arakawa appointed directors and attorneys in Department Corp Counsel who unlawfully had shifted millions of dollars to the public, to private developers, obligations of these developers to private citizens, incurred huge financial obligations and violations of ordinances in Palama Drive, where he acted illegally as ruled on by Judge August, who also ruled at Corp Counsel's defense the mayor and director was frivolous, forcing the county to purchase property and pay millions to cover developers' legal fees. He demolished the county post office, again acting outside his authority. Mr. White is familiar with that, not following regulations, to take advantage then of an emergency situation with the unnecessarily and culturally offensive harvesting and crushing of riverbed boulders from the sacred Eel Valley, while simultaneously misrepresenting reimbursement by FEMA. Mr. Arakawa continues to refuse to enforce a conditioned, expired, and unfulfilled SMA permit issued to a developer client of his own public works director, Milton Arakawa. Mr. Arakawa is in violation of environmental laws, defending frivolous claims about injection wells along the shores of West Maui. The mayor has failed and refused to allow charter provision, he's failed and refused to enforce the charter provision requiring the planning director appointed by him to issue annual detailed reports of explanations taken in previous years to implement and enforce the general and community plans. Alan Arakawa, the CEO of the county, has just recently insulted the host culture and has a history of demeaning the kupuna. Mr. Arakawa refuses to enforce laws created and passed by the legislature to protect the environment, circumvented county ordinances, and has allowed county ordinances to be violated for the benefit of his associates and private developers. Mr. Arakawa incurs liability and unlawful financial obligations on this county over and over and over again in the millions of dollars. Mr. White and Mrs. King, you both have run successful businesses. If an employee conducted himself in such a manner in your company, would you give him a raise? Or would you fire him? The mayor has pulled 2 capital improvement projects from his budget, this budget, the last one and now this one, which are presently under scrutiny because of these unlawfully uncollected and untracked developer deferral agreements. In this now simmering developer scandal, he spent $1 to 2. I'm almost done, Mr. Okama. He has spent now $1 to $2 million of the taxpayers' money on these capital improvement projects, right, Mr. Okama? And now he's pulled them from the budgets to cover up the fact that he's trying to cover up the developer deferral agreement scandal. So he pulls them from the budget.
Thank you for your testimony.
I'm almost done. The most recent one.
You're done.
The first capital improvement project the mayor pulled related to the scandalous fraudulent notices to collect sent out by Milton Arakawa, wherein the mayor is covering up unfulfilled developer obligations which cover up fraudulent engineering estimates which allow a minor permit to be granted where there should be a major permit. Thank you for your time. Mr.
We'll reconvene. Anyone who does not follow the rules of this chamber will be escorted out forcibly by the police if required. Everybody follows the rules. Everybody. No exceptions. Everybody follows it accordingly. Okay? If not, we will escort these individuals out. Rosemary Robbins, why don't you please come down and show your comments with us?